Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be reviewing both DX birdies. This is the pre-tooled one. This is the one you can buy today. Let's get right into it. In this video, we're going to be comparing the original birdie to the birdie you buy today, some history behind it, how it feels, how it putts, and of course, how it throws. So let's talk about the history of the birdie. So the birdie came out in 1991. This is the original birdie, and then within the same year, they decided they didn't like this birdie anymore, so they retooled it, and this is when they added the thumb track, and then this is the one you can still buy today. The birdie is a 1-2-0-0, so this is kind of a unique situation where, yes, it'll flip up, but it's not gonna go Anhyzer on you. But at the same time, it doesn't really want to fade. So in essence, you pretty much have one of the straightest discs of all time. But at the same time, it has two glide, so it's not going to stay in the air as long as some other putters. Now, feeling these discs, dare I say, this one is a little bit deeper. I can kind of press all the way down with like a standard pinch fan grip. But when I'm holding this one, my index finger doesn't exactly reach the bottom too easily. So I have to try a little bit harder if I want to throw backhand. So like this one kind of fits in my hand nicely. This one's a little bit deeper. And then for sidearm, I gotta say, this almost kind of feels like a mini ultimate disc, right? So like when you're throwing an ultimate disc sidearm, you gotta kind of hold it like this, and you can really feel that rim like knifing down on my fingers. Kind of same with this birdie, but I feel like it's a little bit shorter than this one. This one's a little bit taller of a disc than this one, so this one fits in my hand a little bit easier. Doesn't feel quite like an ultimate disc. Now quickly, some opinions about the birdie before we even start throwing it. I feel like the birdie is pretty underrated. Honestly, I don't really see people use the birdie very often at all. It's kind of like the forgotten Speed 1 putter. Like I've seen people use Polecat in MPO. Sonic is a popular one because of Garrett Gurthey. The bird from Castoplast is kind of popular with people, but you never really hear anyone talk about the birdie. But anyways, guys, let's get into some putting. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do is do 6 inside the circle putts, and then we're gonna do 6 outside the circle putts. We'll see if there's any difference between how these putt or if I notice it at all. Before we go to the field, there's one thing I forgot to show you guys about the birdies. Usually the lettering will show, how old the disc is, which warehouse it was from, and all that. The birdie you can buy today is surprisingly exactly the same as the birdie from 1991. Now, I know it's probably hard to see, and a lot of this is scratched off, but it's the exact same lettering, which is kind of surprising to me. All right, guys, we're here in the field with the pre-tooled birdie and the current birdie. Let's see how they fly. All right, now the pre-tooled one. We got a little bit of a tailwind too. All right, guys, backhand shots. This one seemed like it was pretty overstable compared to this one that went pretty much dead straight in a tailwind. Anyways, let's try some sidearms with them. As this one's a little bit taller, it's a little less comfortable in the hand. I'll throw pretty much the same shot as I can. I'm trying to keep them high because they're speed 1. Obviously not as much fly. Alright guys, the sidearms, they were pretty much the same, and actually I threw the pink one a little bit lower, ended up fading a little bit more. I still think this white one's more stable. We're gonna put it to the test I'm gonna let him go on an Anhyzer. There is a parking lot right there, but I think if I start him way off left, we won't have much trouble with that. But let's see if they're able to come back. I'm gonna put him on some actual Anhyzer here. Backhand. All right, so the pink one came back, and I think that was help to the tailwind, but let's see if this one fights out any sooner. Try the same shot. All right, to be fair, those shots were a little bit different. The white one, I didn't really push as straight and far as the pink one. Pink one had time to come back. All right, guys, so overall, I think the original birdie has a little bit more glide than the birdie we can get today. And I do think it's a little bit more overstable. When I was putting, it seems like it stays in the air a little bit longer. And out here, it seems like it went a little bit longer. That last shot, this pink one pretty much had a full flight on it, like it hyzered out. This one didn't even get to start hyzering out, and it actually went just about as far as the pink one, which was kind of surprising because I thought this one was super short compared to this one. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this disc review, make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.